Good morning. How are we all today? So this one is a bit of an unusual one because I'm not actually talking about what I originally had planned to talk about, because all this has come from a Zoom session that I have had today. So what I want to know is, what words in business do you hate? I hate the word realistic. I have heard it so many times where people have said to me, Sarah, be realistic. I was like, well, what the hell does realistic mean to you? Because what might be realistic for you will be completely different in terms of what it is for me. Now, to me, the word realistic puts a limitation on what you can achieve. Now, one of the things that you hear me talk about so frequently is mindset in business, right? And I'm a firm believer that whatever you set your mind on, you can ultimately achieve. So if that's the case, then what the hell does the word realistic have to do with anything? Because, you know, what you may say, right, I want to be a millionaire. I'm going to achieve this by the time I am 40, 45, right? So somebody could turn around and say to you, Sarah, that's unrealistic. I was like, I'm going to achieve it because I'm determined to do it. It's about a mindset. And if you are absolutely determined, focused, you know, and there's often quotes that I see on places like Instagram where they're talking about literally going to ground for a month, 3 months, 6 months or a year, where you literally, all you're doing is focusing on your goals and working towards them and literally ignoring everything else that's going on to be able to hit that goal, right? So in my view, if you are focused and disciplined and you have the right mindset, it doesn't matter what goal you set, you can achieve it. So that word realistic, it's like, well, for Joe Bloggs down the street, maybe it might be unrealistic to become a millionaire by the time that they're age 40. But that's a mindset. That is a limitation. That is a limiting belief that that person has, that they think they cannot achieve it. So why on earth should anybody else put that limitation that they have for themselves on other people? Which is the reason why I hate the word realistic. So slight rant. And this has all stemmed from a really interesting Zoom that I had today, where somebody I was speaking to turned around and said to me, they hate the word funnels, right? Now, anybody who is familiar with sales, etc., particularly with the likes of Russell Brunson, who I love, by the way, he is amazing, right? Ultimately, the word that she hated, funnel, she loves Russell Brunson and believes in everything he stands for. But ultimately, that word just literally annoys her. So she's changed it. So she uses the word flow rather than funnel. So in terms of the words in which, that grate on you in business, I would love to hear the words that grate on you, that you hear, that you're like, no, goes completely against everything that I stand for. I hate that word. And the next question I have is, do you agree with what I say in terms of the word realistic? Do you like that word? Because I'd be interested to see whether you think that word does have a limiting belief or put a limitation on what you can achieve. And I've just had a response through. So it's a nice long comment that I've had that I'm just going to quickly check. Yes. So Alex, who has just commented, who is watching this, has just literally said about concentrate on possibilities. I would actually even turn that word into something even different. Instead of just possibilities, I would turn it into opportunities. What opportunities are ultimately out there that you could potentially achieve to be able to hit that goal that you've got? Look at the opportunities, not just the possibilities, which is definitely better than the word realistic by a country mile, is looking at the opportunity that is out there. And I agree in terms of anything is ultimately possible. And I think one of the key things that I often will say to people is, you are what you read, you are what you eat, you are what the people that you associate with, right? So if you're associating with people who use words like realistic, who are, don't have that that infinite mindset where they believe in anything is possible, that there are opportunities available, then you need to be mindful as to who you're actually associating with, because you need to be around people who will actually support and encourage you. I know from a personal level, sometimes what I do is I take a step back and I focus just on the business. I focus on what I'm trying to achieve. I focus on my goals, because sometimes there are external influences that then literally impact me to the point where it then makes me question my own abilities, and it gives me a limiting mindset. And I was like, no, I don't want to be around people who are going to question my ability. I want to be around people who genuinely believe that I can achieve whatever I set my mind to. So the one thing that I would hope that you take from this today is you can achieve anything you set your mind to. If you want to be a multimillionaire, you can achieve it. If you want to even start your own business, you can achieve it. You just literally have to focus on the mindset. Now, one final quote I'm just going to finish off with, and that is, and I truly believe this, is success is 80% mindset, 20% hard work. So if you have the mindset on point, you will achieve anything. And then you put the hard work in. You've got to, ultimately, the mindset will only take you so far. If you don't put the action in to achieve the goals, then you're not going to achieve them. The mindset is what will help you when you're faced with challenges along the way that will keep you on track and keep you focused on achieving your goal. So if mindset is something that you want some particular support and some guidance on, or perhaps you're kind of feeling like you're not surrounding yourself around the right people and you just fancy having a chat, then all you just need to do is in the comments put mindset, or just DM me and see how I can help you achieve the goals so that you can have the freedom to live the life that you want to. Thanks guys for listening, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.